I guess that the world has moved on, and uncertainties are now gone.
What's up, folks? Andrew Torba here, CEO of Gab.com, the free speech social network. Today we have a story out of the UK with a new online safety bill, which is essentially a censorship bill. It gives the state the ability to censor online speech at an unprecedented level, and a lot of watchdogs are talking about this. This is something that we've been monitoring closely because last year we saw people reporting that this is what the UK government was going to use specifically against Gab, specifically against 4chan and other alt-tech platforms. They're going to issue massive fines and or block access to our websites in the UK, right? So let's dive into this story here. The online safety bill is being introduced with the justification of forcing big tech to be more accountable for, quote, harmful content on their websites. However, activists have noted that it could be used to remove any opinions and content that big tech or the state do not agree with, and could lead to more publishers being permanently banned from the platform. The legislation gives the Government Office of Communications the power to issue fines of up to 18 million, or 10% of the annual global turnover if that is higher, and to completely block access to the platforms. Now, back in December, it was reported that this is the exact bill that is going to be used to issue huge fines to Gab, to 4chan, and to others. My question is, why do I care about a fine issued to me and Gab as an American company, as an American citizen, from a foreign entity? Do you think I'm actually going to pay that? Do you think that I actually care if you issue me a random fines? Good luck enforcing that. Have fun with that. So what they're inevitably going to do here is they're probably going to give, if this passes, which it looks like it may, they're going to send us a huge fine for misinformation, which is basically anything that the globalist oligarchs and the people in power disagree with. And when we don't comply with that, they're going to block Gab completely in the UK. And that's fine, because then we'll get tons of press, and we're going to teach tons of people in the UK how to use a VPN. Most of them are already using a VPN to access Gab, and they know how to use a VPN, and they know what a VPN is. If you're a conservative, if you're a dissident, if you're a Christian in the UK or really anywhere around the world at this point, you know and understand what a VPN is at this point. So go ahead, block Gab.com, get us a ton of free press, come after us with these bogus fines that we're not going to pay. Don't really care. We have gotten for years requests from the UK and requests from foreign governments, Brazil, Germany, etc., requesting user data for hate speech. And we always turn it down because hate speech is protected by the First Amendment. It's protected by our terms of service, and we really don't care what some foreign government says. Now, where we do cooperate with foreign governments is if there's an immediate threat of violence, if there's illegal activity, child exploitation, things like that, common sense stuff. But if they're coming after users of Gab for quote-unquote hate speech, they can get lost. And we've told them many times to get lost over the years, and we're going to tell them to get lost with these fines as well. Do you really think that I'm going to pay some redcoat fine from the UK? Go ahead, fine me, see if I care, because I'm not going to pay it, and you can't make me pay it either. I would love to see the UK government try and enforce a fine for their laws when I'm not breaking any US laws, Gab is not breaking any US laws. Good luck with that. Have fun with that. So what's inevitably going to happen is they're going to block the Gab.com domain, and we're going to teach people how to use a VPN, and we're going to get a ton of free press and a ton of free attention, which is going to drive even more people in the UK to sign up, because they're going to want to see what their government doesn't want them to access. So they don't understand that this is the Streisand effect, right? When you tell people that they're not allowed to access something, when you tell people they're not allowed to visit a certain website, their human nature is going to lead them to want to visit that website and use that website. So, the UK government blocking the Gab.com domain could, be one of our biggest growth inflection points in history. So we'll see what happens if this passes. They're inevitably going to use it to come after Gab and come after all tech websites. They can shove their fines because I'm not going to pay them. They're going to inevitably use this to block the domain, which is going to cause us to grow even more. So go ahead, be my guest. Be my guest, Redcoats. Do what you're going to do. And we're going to stand tall, and we're going to defend free speech, and there's nothing you can do to stop us. your little fines, your blocking of our domain, have fun with it. You're only going to propel our growth even more. So if you want to support what we're doing here, we are 100% funded and supported by people like you. Please consider upgrading to Gab Pro at pro.gab.com. You can create a Gab TV channel, which is where you're watching this video, and you can also get verified, unlock a bunch of additional features on Gab Social, our free speech social network. Also check out our shop at shop.dissenter.com. We have hats, shirts, mugs, jackets, stickers, all sorts of good stuff. And when you make a purchase, it supports the site, it supports our team, it supports the growth of what we're doing here. You are not the product on this platform, you are the customer. We appreciate your support. Thank you for tuning in, folks, and remember to speak freely.